In today's video, we are going to live source. I'm going to show you exactly my thought process, how I think about things. We found some really good leads, and we just did it using two tools, SellerAmp and Keepa. That is all you need to get this thing started. Don't overthink it. If you're new to the channel, my name is John. I've done over $3 million in sales on Amazon and do this full time. And I really enjoy helping people get started selling on Amazon and just learn the ropes. So let's just get into the video and show you how it's done. All right, so we're going to choose a starting point. One of my favorite ways to choose a starting point is to go from a lead I've already found. So last time we sourced live, we found these actually controllers. So we're going to start at there. So I'm just going to open this, and we could probably do the Yankee Candle one too. We'll kind of see which ones look best. This is the sheet that I have set up with SellerAmp. If you want the exact kind of format, there'll be a link down below with the SellerAmp quick start guide that gives you everything you need to know to get it set up. So yeah, we're going to start with this one right here. So this is 114 right now. So what we're looking for, we are looking for sellers over here that have at least, I would say 30, anywhere up to about 400 reviews. Anything greater than that kind of could mean they're private label, they're wholesale. So we don't want to do that. So let's just see this. This is 500. That's a little too big. This is 152. Actually, let's close this. So we'll open that guy. 36, we'll take a quick look. 38. 4 is too little. Let's start with these three. All right. So they're selling more controllers. All right. Here we go. So it looks like Amazon is on this listing and the price is going down. So for those of you who are not familiar with SellerAmp, basically what this is showing, I have my ROI criteria already set in there. So it's 30%, $3 minimum profit. I have 40 cents for inbound shipping. If this, I'm going quickly because you can get all this info in the quick start guide. And it's going to tell me what I need to pay for the item to make it profitable. So right now this storefront is organized, so it has the fastest, the stuff that's selling the fastest up front right there, and then as we go down it will sell less. And they're saying the max cost based on the buy box price. That's what I'd have to get these controllers for if I wanted to be profitable. And then you got the embedded Keepa chart here, which kind of shows you could see that orange is new FBA, blue is new FBM, so that's fulfilled by merchant, and then you have the sales rank in green. So you could see little snippets, like these charts are really good. You'll see the orange right here is just really saying it's a steady price. Same with here, and you'll see down here that the price is going down because that orange is going down. So this is something we'd want to stay away from. You can see here this person has a price at 193 and the current buy box is 113. Amazon is also on that listing, which indicates that cream color. So this kind of helps us really go through reverse sourcing quickly because we can kind of see right quickly that these charts have a pretty steady price. This is going way down in price. This one, Amazon seems to be on and off of it. So Amazon, it looks like maybe went out of stock in July 16th. I don't know what today is, but that was probably like last week. So that's kind of like a risky play for me because Amazon will most likely come back in stock. You'd probably have to like merchant fulfill that. Next one here, we got a lot of backpacks here. So it looks like here the price is actually going up, which is interesting. So if we want to look closely, more close at this, we would pull this up. I might use this for another example. Yeah, it looks like no, maybe last year. I don't know. So it looks like that's another nice part. You could see your entire history. I obviously did not buy this because there was no link here, so I always put links here so I could see the history. So if I wanted to buy this or if it's profitable, I could just click there. So that backpack, 54. If we wanted to do a quick look to see if we could find it or what price it's currently selling at, it looks like $39. Shop WSS is selling it for that. I don't think this is the same one. Nike, no, it's not the same one. Kohl's is out of stock. They had that for $33.77, and you need to pay 24. 33.77. Let's just pretend we'd multiply. Let's say you could get 30% off. So we'd multiply that by 0.70 because we're paying 70%. So yeah, if these people got that backpack at 30% off, it would be profitable at 47. Looks like FBA price is $54.99 though, which is interesting. Let's actually take a look closer. So let's pull up the Amazon page. This is back to school, so maybe they are catching a higher price. It's actually $37.99. Oh, but it is $9.50 delivery. So they're doing merchant fulfilled. This is a pretty nice chart. I'm surprised the price is at 59. It's starting to trail down a little. I mean, for the increase in sellers, for this price to hold kind of how it is kind of impressive. It looks like some people are getting 49 and then others are getting 57. So if we could verify this, let's see, by going to the buy box statistics. Again, these are usually estimates, so it does look like people are getting 53.59, and this person is getting 49.86. So they're getting majority or more buy box than the others with the lower price. All these people are FBA. It looks like there are some people, see that check mark? There are some people here that are doing FBM and are getting 49 and 54. This is a great example why you need to be smart with repricing your inventory and keeping your prices higher. This is a clear indication that people are getting higher prices. Again, your best data is, to test by, but people are definitely getting in the 50s, even merchant fulfilled, and 53, 59. This is in the last 30 days. If you look at the 90 or 180, you'll see a lot or more in the 50. 7K rank, kind of ridiculous price on that. So this would kind of meet the criteria that I have set up for myself. I also have factored in $1 for prep. This would need to be polybagged, so that would probably cost me like another 50 cents or $1 depending on the size of this. So actually, let's see. It's like Kohl's is out of stock. That's not even the same one. Macy's. So they're doing a limited time special offer, $39, 12% cash back. That's pretty insane. Hard to tell whether these are the same. Nike Brazil medium training backpack. $39. We need to come in at 24, so this isn't going to work. So we're going to move on from that. But I kind of actually, hold on. If you're getting 54.99, or you could potentially, you would pay that. So what I want to do, Macy's discounted gift cards. I want to see if Macy's has any additional discounts that we could get. I like to use card cash typically. It looks like up to 5%. Which isn't really going to help us. But whenever you're close with anything, that is a good thing that you could do. So let's kind of go to another thing here. We got a Yeti Rambler. Looks like the price is kind of going down a little. We could pull this up to take a closer look here. Great sales rank, great BSR. This sells a crazy amount. It's known, Yeti is known to have IP issues, so nice to know that you could kind of see that right away in SellerAmp. And it also has 19 variations, so this alerts panel is really, really helpful. And you'll see it up here as well. So we would need to find this for $23, which would probably be, yeah, they're 30 here. They probably got this, I would say. I'm sure Yeti probably had a sale, a Prime Day sale. So they might have got it there for like 30% off, which it would probably work at that. 30 times 0.70. Yeah, it would work if this was 30% off. So what you could do with this, if you could find it, let's see. Dick's is not going to work. I know Dick's usually you could get 20% off if you loop a coupon. You loop their coupon sign up. I know a lot of people used to do that. Not sure if people are still doing that now. Let's see here. Yeah, these aren't on sale. But if these were on sale for 30% off, you would definitely grab these. I don't know if Dick's would go that high on it, but Yeti might. All right, let's keep going here. So we're about 12 minutes in here. This is just kind of normal. We're just kind of going through this storefront, seeing if we could find anything profitably. No need to panic, no need to change how you're sourcing or anything like that. I mean, it takes we'll probably come up to a store where I'm just like, oh, we should get out of here. Timex men's watch. This is interesting. We can see here by the orange chart, somewhat consistent. Looks like Amazon was on here at one point. Rank 106. That doesn't really scare me at all. Rank is just kind of a moment in time. I've definitely sold stuff much higher rank than that. Always like to test buy and see what I could get and see if it actually sells. All right, so let's see. This is kind of all over the place. Not a huge fan of this keep it chart. Offer count is climbing up, so we'll see the price is starting to kind of come down there. Amazon was kind of on it for 62, 159. It's just not super consistent. I mean, it has been getting, it looks like, 149, 150. I mean, this would be something if you could find it. Might be worth testing like 3 to 5, depending on the buy cost for it. Let's see. What's this? Timex Waterbury Classic. So we gotta get this for $88. Let's see what this is. So sometimes just because this is saying there's like no discount or whatever, when you're using these plugins, it says 15 off select items. You never know what might pop up. So I really just like to, oh, look, up to 40% off, no coupon needed. Accept all cookies. So we're looking for this one specifically. This one could be annoying to find. So one of the things that I do like to do a Google search for just this image. So we're just going to highlight this, and it's going to pull up in Google Lens, and then hopefully it's much easier. So it's pulling up this at first. Maybe they got this on clearance or retail arbitrage. For stuff like this, I'm not wasting a lot of time digging. I'm just going to kind of go on to the next one. That's really high sales rank for apparel. No big deal. Adidas, woman, Unbounce. Looks like Amazon on that as well. Just want to load some more. The Hydro Flask insulated. Let's see what this is all about. $27. Alright. Blackberry insulated food storage jar. Alright. Looks somewhat decent. Enough to open it. Close some of this. Alright, so we need to find this for $27. IP alert is coming up, so it might be a brand you want to stay away from. Definitely not go deep in. It looks like Amazon was on this at one point. Sometimes these kind of water bottle companies, I'll call them, they'll come out with colors that go, like they no longer make. So then the price will go up. I'm guessing maybe this could be something like that, or maybe there was just a big sale. Hydro Flask. So it looks like this is the one. Mountain High Outfilters. So we need the 12 ounce. This is Blackberry. Looks like they do have it. Alright. Mountain High Outfilters. So I've never shopped at this website before. It looks legit. So they have it 30% off. 30% off to 40% off for a bunch of stuff seems to kind of be the sweet spot for most, where you could start to really find stuff profitably. Well, let's just double check. So I like to just kind of go side by side to make sure I have the right thing. Why did that image get messed up? Oh, here we go. Yeah, these are definitely a match. Okay. So I'll just grab the link here. So we're about 20 minutes in. Let's see. So we said we could get that for, I think it was $24.99. $24.47. $24.47. Damn, that is awesome. So $11 profit. For this, It looks like it lost the buy box, which is kind of annoying. I want to see my downside. So basically, SellerAmp shows me if I'm getting 35.73, I'd break even. It looks like this is kind of more of a riskier buy on the buy side. You'll see Amazon is starting not to like that it is being sold for 48. That's why they removed the buy box. The pink line is the buy box line, which is super interesting. It looks like they're kind of cool with maybe the highest price point, I think it was like 41. Um, but that doesn't mean that it's not selling. Hold on. So 41. You're still making $5, 20%. So I'm not like it's not 48.99, but let's see what everyone's priced at. So there's only 5 offers now. I'm guessing this is, I don't know. I'd probably buy 5 of these just to test out the waters. Obviously, this sells quickly. You could just see the variations here. So we'll see here, this is the dominant variation. So it sells 85% of the times based on the review count. When you are looking at variations, the theory behind this is the more reviews this gets, the more it will sell. So it's saying that it sold that. Let's see. $41. I would say my worst case scenario price here is $34.95. That's kind of what Amazon had it at. They were kind of $34.95. So 34.95. I'd still be making 66 cents, and I'm figuring at $1 for prep. So this is really going to, if I was doing this myself, it would be, oops. Yeah. So that is kind of what I would look at. I would definitely test buy 5 of these. Just because, so a couple of reasons here. One, the seller count has basically, it's probably the lowest. I'm guessing that these are just kind of on sale or whatever is going on. So I don't know. I feel comfortable buying 5 to 10 of these, just because I feel like my risk is super low. Even at this price, we're making 60 cents. Should it go down there? This is obviously a more risky play, but I think you would probably hypothetically get at least 40 for this, in a worst case. But I definitely like the fact that there are a bunch of sellers on here and they're all pricing high at the $48.99. And if it sells this kind of quickly, I mean, estimated sales 523. This is definitely getting sales, and you could kind of drill in here. This is an estimate, but if you go to the offers tab right here, we could see that this is an estimate. You'll see it sold only 51. This definitely sold more than 51 in my opinion. But it will show you here what people are getting for it. So it looks like people are selling at these prices. So I would be comfortable buying 5 or 10. Again, this is my business. I guess at the size that it's at right now, that's kind of what I would be comfortable doing. This is not something I would buy like 50 or 100 of. Plus, it does have the IP alert pop up, so I wouldn't want to definitely go deep on that because anything could happen. Let me get this back in this thing. So, oops. All right. So what I would do, so then the next step for this, I'd put 5. I'd probably put, if I never bought from the site, I'd place an order for 5. Make sure it doesn't get canceled. And then once it's shipped out, I'd buy another 5. So what you would do here is, what are we going to do here? We got this. So I put the URL in here. Put that. And then I would put right here, this is my buy sheet. So SellerAmp is going to export all the data for me, and it's going into here. So I would put right here. This is just how you stay organized. Mountain High Outfield Outfitters. So I put Mountain High Outfitters. And then whatever the order number is, I just drop that in there. And then I put how many I bought. And if it was 5, I already have a formula in here. If you want access to the spreadsheet, you could get it in the link below in the quick start guide. And then for right here, found, I put reverse. And then here I'd be 30% off sale. This way, if this does sell through and I want to get more, I could realize that they had a 30% off sale, or maybe at 7/23 or July next year, I'm like, oh, they had Hydro Flask 30% off. I wonder if they have it off again. I'm sure they have it more discounted, probably too, in the summer. But this is the data that I'm capturing also with SellerAmp, so I don't have to copy and paste all this stuff. I like to know the seller counts, the estimated sales. It's just so much easier. I also grab the brands, the category, the image. Why I like the brands is because I will sort this. So if a big brand is having a sale, I can just sort and then see everything I bought from that brand and have all the Amazon links or the store links I've got it from. So again, I would probably say if I was sourcing by myself and not kind of walking you guys through, I probably would have found that in about 15 minutes. So that's a solid lead that I'd be comfortable with buying 5 to 10 of those. And it just really takes just drilling down and just going through product after product after product. Also here, I probably would put this at like, I don't know if I'd go as high as 56. But usually when I do put a price in here, I always want it to be higher than the current buy box. So I'll put $54.99. This way, when I send it to the prep center, they price it higher, especially on a listing like this where, it could be limited stock. There's not a lot of people, so you don't want to be bringing the price down. And your item is not going to get there for, I don't know, let's call it a week or two. So you want to keep your price high, and then once it checks in, go to your repricer. I use Go Aura, and let them kind of take care of the rest and get it going for you. All right, so that's that. So another thing you could kind of think about is all these people on this listing. Obviously, this is the global UK store, but all these other people, they have a lot of reviews. This person and maybe that person would be a good person to kind of, actually I think we're doing, is this the Midwest? Yeah, we're already looking at this one. So that could be a good option. Oh, that was the last thing I want to talk about, because someone asked me this in the Advanced Arbitrage Tactics Facebook group. How would you know if this website is a good website to buy from? This just looks kind of legit. You kind of just got to go with that. I also like checking out their social media. Yeah, they have 35.6K. So I would say they are legit. You basically just want a place that you could complain if something should go wrong. And also, I'm not going to drop this in the cart, but Buy with Shop Pay is usually very legit of a source. So you're really just looking to see if they have good socials. The website doesn't look weird. Also want to kind of think in mind, if Amazon questioned whether this was authentic or not, would they take a invoice from here? I think they would. Mountain High Outfielders, don't quote me on that. But if this was like Johnny's discount hydroflask.com, I would probably pass because that just does not sound good. So there's that. All right. So one winner. Let's go. What else we got? All right. So sometimes too, what I like to do is if you kind of find that I don't do any shoes or apparel, I would probably go then if I found that I would cut. You could also filter down here with the categories, which is really nice. So these are the other things that they are currently selling that may or may not be profitable. So if this was on like Hydro Flask's actual website, I'd probably be looking through this stuff. So I just kind of wanted to bring that up to you guys. And then it looks like they got a lot of Yeti here. Which Yeti is another one of those that make these colors that don't always come back. So these could just be colors that, like probably this one, they may not be making anymore. So then the only place to buy that color would be Amazon at a much higher price. These like 73 is kind of crazy. Let's see. Yeti Rambler. What is this? 36-ounce bottle. Looks like this is it. Dicks for 50. Let's actually take a look at this. All right. So yeah, we need to find this for 40. Dick's has it for 50. You get 20% off on Dick's. That would probably work. Yeah, because that would bring the buy cost down to 40. This one has no buy box though. I don't really like that. Looks like it was selling for 50. You could see here more sellers are jumping on this listing, and looks like someone's, or maybe Yeti Authorized is trying to come back. So I would kind of just pass on this listing for those reasons and not click on that. Let's jump. Let's jump into another store. If I was doing more shoes and apparel, I'd probably go through that store a little more. This is a good example of a smaller store. So they, even though they had 36 reviews, they only have 16 ASINs. Nothing wrong with that, but we're trying to find a lot of stuff to go through. So this is one you could just go through really quick. Sometimes the smaller stores definitely have good stuff as well. This Playmobil kind of looks interesting. Can we get that for 20? I don't think so. I think they just had a sale, like a 30-40% off sale. So maybe they got that there. So I'm just going to pop out of this one as well. All right. This one has 64 ASINs. Let's see what they have. So it looks like they have a ton of Nike. I don't sell a lot of Nike, so this is probably a store I would not be going through, but we will just go through this anyway. So I know a lot of people do sell Nike and are ungated, so we're just going to go through. This price is really climbing because probably back to school. Not showing a buy box, which is interesting. Let's open that guy up. These sunglasses. Big spike in May. Way down now. Yeah, maybe we'll take a look. Take a look on Amazon. I like to bring it up more on Amazon and start like digging into like the Keepa and all that kind of stuff. So seller count way up. Don't like that. May it was at like 14. Looks like the glasses were in the 80s. As that seller count came up, now they're in the 50s and even trending down more. You'll see here people are just starting to get nervous and want to kind of dump this. Surprised these haven't really tanked harder at this point. I can't even sell this brand, but I'm just curious what these might go for. 75. I'm guessing this site probably runs sales pretty often. 30% off 2+ frames. 10% cash back. Yeah, so let's just say maybe we looked at this at one point. $75. Should be 75 times 0.70. No, I would only bring that down to 52. Oh, but this was 75. Even so. Yeah, super tight. Yeah, so I'd pass on that. Nike Hayward 2.0 backpack. Selling for 66. See it increase in seller count. Don't love that. It looks like last year it was in August 4th. At this point, let's just say it was at 59. Now it's at 97. So you want to be careful with stuff like this. It looks like, though, according to the Keeple seasonal, this sold last September about 5,000 backpacks, but it normally sells about 300. Again, that's just an estimate. Let's see if we can find this. Hibbert Sports, $57. We need to get this for 56. I know Hibbert, they cancel a lot, but they usually, if you're new, you could get a couple orders off if you don't kind of go crazy. They're like really known to get like you could get 25% off pretty regularly. So 57. $57.60 times nope. We're gonna do times 0.75. I don't know if it gets down to 43. Yeah, that only gets down to 43. This was probably on sale somewhere. Like maybe 40%, maybe even more, or maybe this is kind of an RA play. I'm not gonna go too crazy on this. I could see Nike having this for kind of like crazy price as well. Yeah, Nike has this one for 34, which is interesting. So maybe, yeah, they had it for 36% off or something like that. All right. So again, this could be obviously a lot of these people are arbitrage sellers as well. So there's always storefronts to source. You just have to find the best ones that make the most sense. Gym bags, backpacks. This is a pretty solid keeper. You'll see that line. Let's take a look at this. Really pretty solid keeper. 87. Looks like last September kind of got into the hundreds. 114. That's kind of good. Always be careful when you see this. So they're shipped and sold from. So they have a $15 shipping charge. So they're not getting 72. So just be on the kind of lookout for that. If you don't want to do the math, you could just turn the prime off, and you could also see they have a lot of these backpacks. The price. All right, so let's see if we can find this. It's like they have it for 87. 87. This is definitely an expensive backpack for sure. Is that the one? No, this is a different one. This is Nike Hoops Elite backpack. Probably this one, just a different color. This. Oh, I think this is it. It's 25% off. I don't know if that's going to be enough to sway this. So 87 times 0.75. 62. All right, so we're looking at $4 here profit. Actually, hold on though. If you're getting 100, this would work. No, not even break. So you need to get a lot more. So this is one that I would put. I'd actually grab this. So one of the things to realize when you're sourcing is just because you don't find something today doesn't mean it's a wasted session. So I would definitely put that. So I would put this in here. And then what's the cool part with SellerAmp, I would make a note. So I would add a note. Need to get an additional discount. Sometimes Nike, you'll be able to stack 20% off. About 40% in total. And then I would add that, I would hit save the note, and then I would add that to a good for sale sheet. So this way, this is a back to school play, but just pretend that this is normal, just normal, a normal item. Then when, let's say Nike has a sale, I would go into that sheet and then I would sort by the retailer. So I would just like Nike would be in there. This went to my out of stock sheet, which matches this one exactly. So then I would just sort the sources and see Nike, and then look at everything that if there was a good sale, would be profitable. So in this case, 87 times 0.60. Yeah, this would be, if you could get 40% off, you'd find this. I don't know, for this one, it'd be like too speculative for me. I don't really know if you would get the 121. This was back in December. If you look back here, last September, you kind of got 112-ish, 118 at the top. So I don't think you'd be able to assume you'd get 118. I forgot what we said the buy cost would be. 87 times 0.75. Yeah, but I don't think we're going to get that. It's more realistic about 100. And it's going to take, yeah, so this would be kind of a pass. But if you get it cheap enough, I would consider it for sure. So that's one that's kind of like on the fence. So that's one product we would buy today. One product we would buy if there is a good sale on it. And this could be probably potential for merchant fulfill. To merchant fulfill, the shipping on this would be, oof, this person's charging $15 for shipping. Let's just pretend. So MF. So that you could toggle fulfilled by merchant or fulfilled by FBA. So now we're looking at, you get 100, you'd be making $19. So we're getting like 87. Yeah, so it's still really tight ROI wise, but something to be on the lookout for. So now another thing that you could kind of do here is you could be like, oh, like I'm looking for backpacks. It looks like Nike has 25% off backpacks. You could start actually searching Nike.com manually. So kind of how you would do that with SellerAmp is you could just, I like to open them in new windows. You could actually just source on the site. So what you do is you'd right click, you would hit that button right there, and then they're going to pull up Amazon results based on this title. So you don't have to copy and paste or any of that stuff. So it's pulling up Nike Hoops Elite basketball backpack. So these are other colors that it has, that Amazon currently has. Let's see. These look like ones that are weird colors. So maybe Nike did have these. It searches by the title, so that's always just good to know. If you want to dig deeper into this, you could definitely go over to Amazon manually and kind of type that in as well. So let's go back. So like they have this Adidas shoe. I don't really do any shoes. This kind of looks like the price is somewhat stable. Dude, soccer shoe. Really low sales rank. BSR. Let's take a look. Like Kohl's has one for $39. We need to get these. Oh, the max cost is $39. That's interesting. Oh. Daily 3 months. These are different shoes, but sometimes Kohl's will just, I'm banned from Kohl's, so this may freeze up. They don't even like let you load the site, which is kind of ridiculous. Yeah, they only have this style, so that wouldn't be the right style. Try to find one more thing. This is, to be honest, this is how sourcing kind of really goes. You find one thing, you get really excited, you kind of get in a little lull. Maybe you don't find anything, then you find your next thing. Again, we're only been doing this for 48 minutes. The first item we found, I think that's a solid find. So, depending on what stage you are in your business. So most of this is Nike. I'm going to get off of this. So what I would typically do then, I would kind of load up some more people here. 190. The 80 to like 150s are really good stores typically because they've been doing it for a while and they definitely have some brands they like to source. All right. Puma sandals. So they do a lot of health and household, pet supplies. Equate, so that's Walmart's brand. So they're selling some vitamins from there. I'm kind of skip over this store. I just know a bunch of these brands and kind of just know they're not going to be that profitable. All right. What do we got here? This person has a lot of Crocs, Kate Spade, Converse, 100% Funko, Mario Kart. Let's see. A lot of video games. Interesting. A lot of video games. Video games, probably a lot of these were gotten last week, Prime Day, or I would assume a lot of those were scooped up then. Some Lululemon belts, bags. Let's see. They used to be extremely popular. I don't think we're getting this for $17. Yeah, you need like 50% off, which isn't going to happen. See some of this Kate Spade. This chart actually looks somewhat decent. Looks like a ton of people are on this listing. Price kind of held. As the seller count's going down, you can see price start to go back up. It looks like it was in the 159s. Let's see. Kate Spade has this for 89. I think that's what it's selling for here. So yeah, that's not going to work. Let's see. Yeah, this isn't going to work. All right. I want to find CDs, vinyl, beauty, personal care. Oh, beauty, personal care. Glossier. Let's see. Looks like this was selling for 15. Seller, ooh, jeez. Looks like it was selling for 21. Everyone got on it. So you'll see charts like this. You'll see everyone is starting to come off. Everyone's coming off. This price is starting to go up. This sounds weird. It might be a good time if you were being speculative to buy this since the offer count is going down. Are we seeing prices in the 15s? You're not really seeing the price go up. I think a lot of people are still kind of offloading it. But if you could get this to go, you could also set a Keepa alert for this for probably when the price gets back in the 20s. So you could pick it up then. $14.99. So this person is actually merch fulfilling it. So you could get 14. Interesting. 15. So yeah, the price is starting to recover a little bit. You can get this for 380. I don't think that's gonna happen. Sells for 16. These beauty sites run some crazy sales though. I'm just gonna pretend. Let's see, $16. I'll just say you could get this for 30 off times 0.70. Gets you to 1120. Oops. Yeah, even at $20. So you'd probably need to get this at maybe 40% off. And the price to go. Wow, it was really in December. So this could be a good Q4 play actually. So 30. So I put this down as 30. So what I would do here, I would grab the link. So again, this is one of the things, like you can't buy this today, but we're already doing the homework. So we might as well just drop it into a spreadsheet now. We'll see here in December, it was in the 29s. So basically 30, I'd put 1120. So what I do in the note, I drop the URL right here. This way I have it. This is a great one to end on. Because a lot of people would just skip this and just be like, well, it's not profitable. It doesn't matter. We see here that the trend, you know, a lot of people get on this. A lot of people get off of this. So this is something you don't want to go deep on at all. Just because a lot of people will catch on. But if you bought, I would buy probably 10 to 20 of these, definitely 5 to 10, just because it's a lower priced item. And then if that went well and the seller count didn't go up too much, maybe I'd grab another 10 to 20, just depending on what the price looked like, especially if volume is up in Q4. You'll see here it's selling about 1,000 more. It's typically selling around 600, so more than double. So the volume would be there. So what we're going to do is go over here into the notes section. This is how you can make a ton of money, because I do this all the time. I need to get 30% off. Need to get at least 30% off. Last Q4 sold in the 30s. So basically I'm saying in this note, if I could get this for 30% off, look for last Q4 sold for in the 30s. What you don't want to do is not leave yourself a note, because I would come to this, I'd be like, why the hell would you put this in the sheet? I kind of have to go through it all again, but this note will appear in the sheet. So I'm going to save that. I'm going to add to my Black Friday holiday list. So I'd be looking to try to get these on sale maybe October, November, early November. So I'd have time. You could probably even merchant fulfill these, since they'd be super easy to ship. So I definitely like that one. What is this? We'll just finish out this store. But I mean, less than an hour to find one thing that's good for now, two things that have potential later. Not bad for an hour. And I would say I would call it really 35-40 minutes, just because I'm explaining a lot. I'd be going much faster because I would just be more familiar with what is going on. Let's see this. We got bounce curl. Never heard of this. Those are really straight lines. 21 sellers. Don't love that. I'm guessing the seller count is starting to creep up on this. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to hit the Amazon. All right. Yeah, you could see seller count went up. It's going down. The price actually held, which is kind of crazy. Wow. So 25.98. This is selling. Definitely when there's no sellers on it, there could definitely get up into the 40s. I don't know how much this goes for. What is this? No way here. So it's 8 ounces. Bounce curl, like hold cream gel. So I feel like this could be it. Yeah, 1999. Obviously not going to work. And this is really close at 1999. 74 cents. You could pick up another. So 15% off your first purchase. So that's a good sign. Please don't. No. There's no coupons really popping up, but 15% off. See what that leaves us with. 19.99. That would put us so close. Times 0.85. That gets us to about 22% if you're prepping yourself. 29% with a $4 profit. I would definitely put this on a list for sure. So I would add this to the sale list. So what I would do is I would sign up for their kind of emails or whatever. So I'd get on the list or mark this down or whatever just so you could be notified of the sale. I would go add a note. Would be profitable with 20 to 30% off sale. And I'd add my notes here. Save that. And I'd add it to the good for sales spreadsheet. Let me pause this and I will bring that up and then we'll kind of wrap it up. All right, so this is the sheet. So you can see here, SellerAmp dropped these in. This is today's date. And it captured all the information. So all you have to do is here is what I do. You'd put the source, bounce curls. So you could source, and then this was Nike. You don't have to do anything like that. And then you'll see here, this is the note. So I like that it grabs the time that you put it in. So today at 4:10, you need to get additional discount, about 40% in total. And then it just shows me all this other stuff. So this saves me a ton of time when I am doing sourcing. So let me know what you think in the comments or if you have any questions. If you want help growing and scaling your Amazon business, definitely check out the Advanced Arbitrage Tactics Facebook group. And if you want a free trial of SellerAmp for 14 days and to get 50% off, check out the links down below and the links in the quick start guide to get it set up. And as always, thank you so much for watching.